Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Bryson Thompson. I just want to do a little quick Bryson's Corner and knowledge for today. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between a 1099 and a W-2. As most of you guys know, a 1099 is a small business ownership or some type of business ownership. And a W-2 form means something you get when you work a job and it already have your taxes pre-taken out. Well, why would I want to talk about this? Because recently I switched over from being a teacher, which is, I loved my job as a teacher, to a small business owner. And the things that I'm learning right now about small business ownership is that I got a lot of benefits that I didn't have before when I had a W-2. One of my mentors told me a couple of months ago that the only people who become extremely wealthy in the world do such off of a 1099. Why is that? Because like the saying goes, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Which means that, guys, if we go out and we make a lot of money off of a W-2, only thing they're going to do is jack up our taxes, and Uncle Sam's going to get in our pockets a little more. Please pay attention to what's going on in the media, what's going on with a lot of people trying to keep tax cuts intact so that people don't get taxed when they start making more and additional income. So how do we want to look at this thing? We can look at it two ways. We can look at it as building wealth, and we can look at it as allowing ourselves to get out of any type of rut and save money while we're doing such. Well, how is that possible, Bryson? The first thing I want you guys to understand is that anybody in the world who has a W-2, they have benefits, they have the ability to have their money pre-taxed. Not always the worst thing, but not always the best thing. Because once we get to this point, we realize that, hey, anything we do to make us additional money off of a W-2, that has additional taxes that come involved in it. And everything is not at that point a tax write-off. When I got my 1099, when you guys start learning to work off of a 1099, you understand that everything that you do can become a potential tax write-off. That's why you have guys such as Robert Kiyosaki saying that he pays less in taxes than his employees combined. Doesn't make sense when you're talking about a person who's a $100 million person, close to being $1 billion person. It makes no sense that these guys pay so little in taxes. But how do they accomplish this? Well, when you have 1099 income, that means that you now have the ability to write off several things such as a tax break. You got a cell phone that you guys talk on? Well, that can be a business expense if you're running a home-based business. I'm looking around my home. I have the ability to work out of my home, which is a great thing. First time in my life I'm able to do that. Well, a portion of my home can now become a tax write-off because I'm using my electricity to run my business. I'm also using a portion of my house, which is my office, to run my business. So now that can become a tax write-off. Also, guys, when I travel, I go different places to do these expansion tours that you've been seeing so gratefully. Well, that gas, that's a tax write-off. Also, when I go out to eat with my team and we pick up the bill for each other, that's a tax write-off, guys. For the amount of money I paid to get in my home-based business, I'm getting that money back just on tax incentives. Even if I didn't have any money off of the business, I would be able to write off a certain portion of my expenses in the household off of tax related. So please understand the benefits of these are out of this world. They help people out tremendously, and it helps us get ourselves on the winning end of the tax code. So my thing for today is get educated, get informed, understand what's going on out here in the world. If you want to beat the wealth game, you have to first beat the tax game. Alright? So don't get yourself caught in a bind. Don't get yourself caught in the rat race. Please understand that there are additional ways to decrease your expenses while increasing your revenue. So hopefully that was helpful for some of you guys. I know there was a lot of questions when I do my presentation. People are like, what is that 1099 thing? What is that W-2 thing you were talking about? And I decided I want to go ahead and put it out there for everybody to understand wholeheartedly. And hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight because, a couple years from now, we've already realized that network marketing and direct sales is the way to go. And that puts 1099s in everybody's hand while you're also working a regular job. So let's get ourselves out of the W-2 game and into the 1099 game, and let's start to build our wealth and get our financial freedom. As always, thank you guys for being listening ear. We're going to continue to give you these updates and try to teach you guys as much as possible over the next couple weeks and couple of years. So hopefully this helped. And as always, if you need any insight, please feel free to visit my website, www.BrysonThompson.com. Again, that's www.BrysonThompson.com. Or you can feel free to email me at suavesolutions1911@gmail.com. Hopefully I have lots of insightful information, and you guys can visit back often. And we'll be able to do a lot of things and teach a lot of different subjects on finances, wealth, family, behaviors, and hopefully just put you guys in a situation where I'm helpful and helping as many people as possible. As always, this is Bryson Thompson. Thanks for being a listening ear. Salute. You guys have a good evening.
We can't work 9 to 5s for the rest of our